Hello everybody and welcome back to Tassi Farm. Now in the previous episode we were already making do with what we've got. I was using the smallest forage wagon, the smallest mower, well probably almost the smallest mower, not quite. But yeah, when we've got £420,000 in the bank, it does seem a bit silly. However, we do need to make sure we've got the equipment that we need for this year before we go buying more land or other equipment, like upgrades. What do we have in the way of harvesting all the different crop types that we have? So obviously we do need a corn header, which we currently do not have. We've just got this, and maybe it is time that we upgraded the combine. I know it hasn't exactly done many seasons, but we do need something a bit bigger with a corn header. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get into the harvester category and we're going to try and find something which is suitable. I think probably for this map, things like this, they're just not really necessary. Yeah, some of the fields are quite big, but probably with the size of the farm tracks, they're probably not really necessary. Now, I would love to go for this. The Evian. Evian? No, Evian's water. Yeah, so I would really like to go for that, but I am fully aware of the headers not being the biggest, and it's definitely not the most cost-effective. So before on Hootan Pantai, it made zero sense because we had this combine here, and this combine here had a header size of 6 meters, and going for this combine here, which is over £100,000 more for the same size header, or slightly more, 20 centimeters bigger, seems stupid. But on this map we only have this one, and it's got a 4 meter header, so this would be a 2.2, I know, not huge, but a 2.2 meter upgrade. And you might say, well, why don't you just go for this? Well, the only reason why I won't go for that is because I have used that already on Hootan Pantai, and I haven't used this. Well, I did use it on Survival Challenge, but it was short-lived. So we're going to go for this. Enough of me trying to justify stuff, I'm just going to go for it. This is what I get in my comments all the time, people saying, oh, we don't care what you, what other people say and stuff, just do what you want to do. And that's what I'm going to do. Like, I absolutely fully appreciate suggestions and comments, but at the same time, sometimes I'm going to have to do some stuff that I want to do myself, not just, you know, I know this sounds, that's why I hate saying this, but it sounds kind of selfish, but no, it's, I want to play how I want to play at the same time as taking super good suggestions, so that is the long and short of it, basically. But please do not get the wrong end of the stick. I really, really appreciate everybody's comments. We never did use it, did we, this combine? I can't remember now. This is the problem with doing other Let's Plays at the same time. You lose track of what's going on. But yeah, this one's still worth a fair amount. It's not terrible. I will repaint it and repair it for £1. Yeah, it's handy money. Okay, so there we go. That brings us back up to £144,000, and it would be good to have a bigger forage wagon, because we are going to be cutting that fur quite frequently. And yeah, the previous episode was a little bit on the painful side just because of how many loads we had to do, even though we had a decent sized tractor. So next we're going to bring the tractor and the forage wagon to here, and we're going to change the forage wagon. Sadly we can't take that at the same time. Actually no, what am I saying? Of course I can. All I have to do is spend a bit more money, which is something I don't like doing. No, we're going to have to stick it on a header trailer. So let me just get this right. Combinations, find that one. Oh, you can't go... Fair enough. Which is the trailer for us then? Oh yeah, there we go. Right, so where is class green? Should we make the design colour red? Quite like that, that looks good. Okay, right. So, yeah, we can indeed get it back in one go. I'm going to take this back now. and I'll see you back here when we have the forage wagon. Money does become a big problem. We can just harvest a bit more peat, but I'm trying not to do too much peat, just because it could get repetitive. Okay, so let's repair and repaint these. £26,000 back for that, and back into forage wagon. So this does want to be quite a good upgrade. That one was 16,000. I am quite tempted just to go for one mega size one. I think it'd be good to stick with Pottinger. That is quite a big upgrade, I have to admit. And yes, we would want to have silage additive. Pickup. Oh, you can have it without the pickup. That's interesting. Well, we can't afford it in that configuration. But that, I think, is the one that I want. So that's a bit of a pickle. I wonder how much milk we have. Ah, good. We've got a lot of milk. So we can sell the milk. I think the price is going to be sort of average at the moment. Ah. I know. No, it's not quite as bad as it might seem. It's going to be quite a long time, though, before it's really good again. And when that time comes along, we'll be doing probably a lot better financially anyway. So, no, let's go and sell this. How much do they have in storage? 486. Well, I'll leave that. That can be the start of our big load that we do when the price is at its best. I'm sure that was our milk sell point. Storage bay. That is our milk sell point. What? I've already brought a load to here, I don't understand. Was I just not in the trigger properly? Okay. I'm confused. I'm extremely confused because I have already sold several loads of milk here and that is not accepting it. What? That's just weird. That is a mystery. Well, I couldn't put it any clearer. This is milk. Storage bay. Tagged. It does still say it's 22 feet away. That's the biggest mystery. But, yeah. I've already sold here before, so... Oh dear. It's adamant that milk is not accepted here. Okay, well in that case, what we're going to have to do on this occasion is just empty the tanker and put the money in for what it's worth. So it is worth 1,923 currently. And if I've done something really dumb, please do comment down below. My calculations are correct. That would be £33,460. So that is what we will do. That's the milk gone. And the money. There we go. Right, so we've got the money in and we can now afford to buy the forage wagon. So we'll get that done. Wonderful. What an amazing upgrade. Next we'll probably need to have a bigger tractor. And yeah, I'm actually being serious there. I think we'll just have to, at some point soon, we'll have to do a peat harvest. Just a quick one. and then we can put that money into land and everything. But now our focus is going to have to be on just getting what we have currently productive. Should we? Yeah, we should probably put some silage additive in here from the very start. It's going to be a few months before we actually use this, but when we do, it'll be good. Actually, I might use it for straw, possibly. Right. Yeah, so that means we're probably going to have to move on to June. Can this tractor tow it? It can, but it's not ideal. Not bad anyway for the start of the episode. Buying all of this, except for the tractor. So amazing. Right, so let's have a look and see what our situation is. As we know, we've just filled the pit. The pit is now the pit is now fermenting. And yes, mowers, we'll be upgrading mowers. We can make do with that one for the time being. It's fine. But that'll be the next thing to upgrade. Yeah, so the canola field is our first harvest, and then we've got corn in field number 2, 5 and 19. And then number 15 will be ready to cut again at some stage. No, I'm not running precision farming, by the way. This is the only series I'm not using precision farming on. Yeah, so this needs to be, well, rolling actually. This was a good suggestion by somebody. We could roll. If we roll it now, we won't have to fertilise it. And look at that. It's 17,500 and we have 17,263. Can you believe it? Well, I can believe it. If I had taken that extra milk, we would have probably been able to buy that. That's really annoying. I know. Let's go and do one pass of peat. Literally just one pass. And when we sell, we will have to make sure the difficulty is set to hard. That is something that I agreed to do, and it makes a lot of sense. So we can pick up and we can windrow in the same pass. It's just the milling we'll have to do on the back of the tractor like this. So we did those 2 blocks, and it's this block I think we're on now. Let me just quickly check. Okay, we can go for anything. It's all regenerated, which I think is quite amazing, because I don't think peat bogs have a habit of naturally regenerating. Well, maybe over many years, but not as quickly as that. It's a very high carbon based soil. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the milling of peat releases that carbon back into the atmosphere, which the peat has trapped. And I think that's why it's, well, I don't know if it's completely banned, or if it's banned at all, but it's certainly not as big as it used to be in the United Kingdom. Certainly for the, if you go into a garden centre and you get compost, chances are it's not going to be peat. It's going to be peat free. Yeah, so when I say one pass, I mean just we get up to the top and then we're done. We'll then just windrow it, and then we'll take it to the sell point, because we really do only need £500. I don't want to spend the entire episode doing this. I want to do other stuff. But yeah, getting a roller would be a great idea. And we could just go straight in with a spreader, artificially spread fertilizer. But no, I want to try different things. Let's make this grass field as productive as possible, literally just by rolling it. Be very interesting. Okay, so I think that's us done. We'll lift up there, and I'm going to put the windrow on the front. Well, it's not a windrow, is it? The swather on the front, and we'll put the collector on the back. Whoops. I don't know why, but that collector reminds me of an elephant. It's a very strange yellow looking elephant. But, yeah, I don't know. Right. Well, I suppose the pickup thing is its trunk. But that's a very chunky trunk. There we go. Now, it won't by any means be a full load, but it doesn't want to be. But if you've never seen the Peat before, this is a good demonstration of it once again. It's still going to be, I don't know, 10,000 litres maybe. 8,000. Either way, good enough. What was that, about 8,000? More like 17. Wow. Right, well, we'll go and take that over to the sell point. Just goes to show how much you get. You really do get a lot. And before we do, let me just change the settings so you can see this for yourselves. There we go. Hard mode. Settings change to hard, and then we'll change them back because the prices are just too low for everything else. It is just the peat, which is rather insane actually. Let's hope this sells because it didn't want the milk. Oh, there we go, good. Yes, it's just the milk. Look at the money. Still, it's going to be very handy. It's going to make the series more enjoyable. Pretty much £75,000 there. Right, back to easy, and we will go and drop this off at the other field. We could actually, yeah, we could even get a new mower now, but no, I don't think we will do. We won't get a new mower. Sadly, I can't put the roller on at the same time. I have to come back for it. If we want to go for a Zetor unit upgrade in the future, we can do, but I think for now we don't need it. Yeah, so we'll come back for that. After studying it a bit more, I'm thinking more giraffe than elephant. Yeah, long neck with its head down. We'll go with giraffe. So here it is, the grass roller. And because we haven't rested, the grass is still in the same stage, the cut stage that it was on before. So this should manicure the field and give it that free application of fertilizer. Yep, so as you can see from this menu, 50% fertilized. It always insists on having such a messy headland put on this field. Well, I'm not going to follow that zigzag line, although actually the whole field is a bit of a pain. Look at that. The automatic work direction is not the best. Most fields it's fine, but not all. See, that seems much more efficient. Yeah, you can see that darker texture. So that is our fertilizer. And there it is on the map, just to prove it, 100%. Wonderful. Actually, you do get two bonuses here, don't you? Because you get the extra 50% fertilizer and you get the bonus for rolling. So that's not bad going. That's very good, actually. So we're going to make this grass field 100% effective by doing nothing but rolling. No chemicals, nothing, no fertilizer. Just a bit of manicuring. So I'll get this completed and then we'll move on to June. I'm just wondering now if there is a bigger version of this on Mod Hub. This is the only grass roller we have in the base game, but on Mod Hub... Hey, what's going on here? Ah, there we go. That was just slow. I was thinking, you know, that heart-sinking moment. Ah, right. Yeah, so if we just had one which is double the size would be nice. 3 times the size? Is that being greedy? That would be so good. It would make it so worthwhile. We'd never have to use fertilizer on a grass field again. So we'll just go up the other side. Hang on, does lifting it up fold it up? No, it doesn't. Okay. It just really does lift up very high. It's looking good. It's looking really good. We'll probably be cutting this again next month. I don't know. Well, I say that. No, it's been changed, hasn't it? FS25 works like 22. If you leave it 3 months, you'll get maximum yield. But it's going to be good. And this is all for the cows. And then all of the corn and everything like that, we're going to buy a root crop field as well. That's all for the pigs, which we don't even own. We own their enclosure, but we don't own the pigs. There's no point buying the pigs until we have the food. That's just cruel, because they've got nothing to eat. But as soon as we have the ingredients to feed them, yeah, we will get the pigs bought. For our shed, which can hold almost 8,000 pigs. It's mind-blowing. So I think we are going to take this back to the yard now, as there is nothing else left to do. We can't even feed the cows silage because that's fermenting. The cows will be okay though, because they've also got their meadow grass, which they're chomping their way through. But yeah, nice machine. Maxi Roll 630. Now, where can this one go? Yep. That shed makes a lot of sense. We'll put it in here. We'll probably put it on the right hand side. It's not going to be used that often. So if I can tuck it into the corner, that would be ideal. Although, yeah, I probably need a smaller tractor to do that with. Because we do have these pillars. Okay, right, so, as we are here, all packed up, we might as well just go straight through. Let me run to the house. If only I hadn't lost my house. Where's my house? It's somewhere over here. I've actually lost my house. I hate it when that happens. There we go. I left my door open. And we'll go through to 8:30 AM, and then we can have a quick look at all our fields and determine what we can do in the next episode. Oh, and we'll have a look at the grass field which we just rolled. Right, okay. So the situation is, everything is growing nicely. Field number 5 will need to be fertilised, so will field number 19. So that's a job for next time. It's looking good though. Nice corn. Yeah, that's looking really realistic as well. Beautiful. And finally, our grass field for number 15. There we go. It's growing. But definitely not cuttable. Why does it say needs rolling? Is that a different type of roller? Is that the field roller? Now I'm unsure, but that would seem bizarre because that was literally a roller that we just rolled it with. But we did get the 100% fertilizer, so that's alright. I'm left a bit confused though. Like, why would you roll it with a field roller when you've just been using a roller? Okay. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of interesting comments, very helpful ones no doubt, in the comment section down below. Please do comment. Look at those stalks. But yeah, thank you so much for watching everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and until next time, see you again very soon. Bye for now.